Like my favorite military vehicle of all time, hands down, is the A-10 Warhawk. A-10 Warhawk fighter plane. I was literally looking yesterday online at buying a model so I can hang it from the ceiling in my office.
That bitch go burr.
I want like a 4-foot model to hang from the ceiling in my office.
That bitch go burr.
Honda. Fuck yeah. That thing sounds amazing. It's so beautiful.
Anyway, welcome to Never Settle Garage. We're not doing a podcast right now. Doing a vlog lifestyle thing because we're out here at the shop. Drift season has officially started, and I've neglected to do some.
We are doing a podcast, just not yet.
Yeah, we are doing a podcast, not yet. I neglected to do a couple things to this in the winter because it's cold and I'm unmotivated. So now we gotta hurry up and do this shit because drift season's here. And it ain't drift ready. I got Steven here and Adam here, and we're chilling. I got some new boards up.
Does it count as a cuss word if I just give the finger?
It's a gesture.
You're a jester.
Does it count if it's within the first 2 minutes? I'm just curious.
I mean, everybody knows what it means.
Yeah, but will YouTube kick your video if you do that in the first 2 minutes?
If you don't blur it properly.
No, they won't.
Oh, dude, so all the times that we're up there doing podcasts, instead of just saying it, we can, hey, you know what?
Yeah, you're fine. Because they scan the audio, they don't scan the video itself. They just go through the first.
Unless it's got titties in it, then they're like, no, sorry.
Well, actually, let me watch that back real quick.
Yeah.
All those videos get saved.
Have you guys noticed when you go to Facebook and you go over to the video section, all it is like weird shit? Like you scroll over to the video, it's like weird shit, like third world country women in almost no clothes freaking fishing in a creek or some shit. It's weird. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's not a podcast, dude. Slow. Okay.
Oh, it's just so important.
You just cuss.
What's your time at?
2 minutes and 25 seconds.
Good.
We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So what we're doing is the ebrake cables are stretched. They don't work. So I got to get under here and replace my ebrake cables. But to do that, all the brake stuff had to come off. I have to take the exhaust off and all the way up to where the e-brake meets the actual cable for the handle. So that's what I'm working on today. And it's really dark and hard to film under the car. So I don't know how much of it we're gonna film.
I don't want to be there.
Chris is here.
Hey! Whoa!
Whoa!
Holy whoa!
First look.
Bro, first of all, who cut your hair?
First look.
First of all, the haircut. Second of all, they fucked up.
Why?
Bro, they went way higher on your left side than they did on the right.
I didn't style it at all.
Yeah, kind of.
Fade?
Yeah.
Technically?
He's out here looking like Chip Foose.
Chris cut his hair.
How's the wind feel on the back of your
Does he not look like Chip Foose right now? He looks like Chip Foose.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can kind of, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Donated 18 inches of hair, so yeah.
Good Lord.
Don't look at me. I'm not doing
I don't
it.
like it. I don't like it.
Ain't doing it.
I actually love it.
I don't mind it, but
It's different.
It's weird.
It makes you look like 5 years younger.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
It's
So
weird. You
I'm
shave
like
the
22
beard.
now.
Anyway,
You shave the beard, you'll look like another 5 years younger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For sure.
we're working on this. Steven's gonna help me, but I gotta take the exhaust off. You see my little diff brace I got back there? I got the diff brace.
Chris, you're only what, 30?
I need to get lower control arms to erase the pumpkins.
Okay, so you're
But
younger than I am.
I'm gonna get started, and I don't know what all I'm gonna film, so I'm gonna get the exhaust off and then I'll update you.
33.
That just doesn't seem right. Oh, see, I have it like right here.
We're
now it's
back.
over
We're
here.
back.
So
Hello.
I need to push it like further back.
That's guy right here.
I got a headlamp on.
I can use my
Exhaust.
tongue. I can move it.
The exhaust is off.
Stop what?
Now it's time to worry about brake lines.
Right here.
Man, that was Steven.
Right here.
I can see where you're putting it because I can see where your mouth is going. Like
Steven's gonna help me with the brake lines
Yeah.
here in a minute.
So yummy. Flavor
Another
is
news.
so good.
Chris is over here. I think he's working on his car. I don't actually know if he's working on his car.
I'm trying to put reverse mode back.
He is working on his car slowly.
Slowly. Takes a little bit though.
Yeah, I paused it because I'm filming. Shout out Freedom Friends.
Did you say shout out for immigrants?
I said Freedom Friends.
Oh, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, shout out Freedom Friends. We're watching them or listening to them in the middle of working. Adam, I got the exhaust off.
Secure the border. Build the wall.
You make it real hard to send any videos to sponsors that I would have.
American sponsors? You're fine. I know, I'm a piece of shit, but I don't care.
we will be back after these short messages.
Here's your messages.
I guess they're gonna go get food. I'm gonna pause this.
I'm taking this
We'll be right back. What's up?
Welcome back.
Oh, it's blurry. Oh,
Day
we're
two.
here. Day two, a week later because
A week later, yeah. So day 8.
yeah,
Something like
day
that.
8 of doing e-brakes and
Right.
Chris putting his car back together.
So I did a lot more on my car when he was at work type of deal. So it's kind of a recap for me, and then we're gonna work on his car, finish off the vlog type
You
of
just
thing.
hit your
So,
car. Don't hit
I mean, how many criminals probably went back here and was hitting the car? Just probably not from
Yeah,
this. Hang on, I got you.
Imagine how many people were kicking these windows.
How many puked? That's
Yeah,
what I want to know.
or
Is how many puked? Oh, I mean, it was Florida, so I mean, you know,
They were probably.
spring break.
Yeah. Can you imagine being a cop and you're in your driver's seat and somebody just whips their dick out and starts pissing forward
I'm
through,
sure that's
through the
happened at
fucking
some
mesh?
point. I
That's
mean,
probably why they put glass there now
imagine
instead of
getting
just a cage.
decency charge just for that.
I pissed on a cop. That's why I'm in here. All right, energy's high. We're back. It's. I got the door open. It's kind of nice out. It's not too cold.
Finally.
Finally, it got cold last week, so that's why we stopped.
27 degrees last night. We're finally back up to like the 50s.
Yeah,
So,
it's supposed to be in the 60s next week.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm trying to get. this
Illinois
out.
weather, it can't make up its
So-
mind.
Well, I mean, it's the only state you can get 4 seasons, so.
4 seasons in 4 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pay for the gym membership and the weather at the same time.
Pretty much. We gotta crack one of these open. I need some energy. Good old NOS. Yeah, we're gonna get cracking. I don't know what all I'm gonna film. It's hard to film under a car.
Right. We'll do bits and pieces and whatnot. We have an issue with getting the e-brake off on the the handle side, so we're going to break that loose. Today it's about midway through the car. And then we got the new line prep, so we gotta see how it goes, but everything else should be pretty straightforward as long as we get it broke loose. So.
I've had everything else off once before.
Yeah.
So everything else should come off. We're just having trouble with
the issue we're having is that it has the lock point in here. There's a metal bracket that kind of has like a little C shape, whatever. We're trying to get this broke and pulled out. Right now everything's seized around the pin itself, so we're going to try a couple different tactics today and try to get that out. So
Yeah. And before you say hit it with PB Blaster and spray it apart, I've already tried.
already done.
Already
So
tried. It's not moving.
It's had a week to sit, so
Yeah.
hopefully that has enough to break it apart.
It's a 20-year-old car
Yeah. In Illinois.
in
So-
Illinois. And so, yeah.
Well, luckily the fitting itself is like a brass aluminum type of deal, so it shouldn't be that. It's more of a corrosion base than it is a rust base. But
Yeah, it's just
I'm
stuck.
assuming this is what rusted, and the base is just corroded on top of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, we're not going to enjoy this probably, but we're going to go ahead and get after.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. See you in the next slide.
Whoa. All right, we'll be right back. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Well, before we get too into it, Chris wants to.
Right. So
We got to hear this.
Car's freaking running again. Finally.
Yeah, he finally got it put back together enough to run it.
So getting the positive negative put back in the car. I usually try not to leave things in storage units that are plugged in just for battery drain, and who knows what can actually go wrong.
Yeah, that's why my battery's always dead on that, because Alex doesn't unplug it. He's learning though. He's learning. Last couple times I came out here, it was unplugged.
Sweet power.
can't hear me right now, but it sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Smells like it ain't been raining in a while.
Oh, I gotta love it.
Oh, it's only gonna burn your eyes.
So good.
It'll only burn your eyes a little bit.
It's running on about 60% E85 right now. Making about 700 horse. LSA supercharged to the tires. Definitely has some ways to go. We have yet. It's only on a 7-pound pulley right now. It's just advanced timed really far up right now, like 25 to 28 degrees depending on the graph. What we want to do is put a 10 or a 12-pound pulley on it and drop the timing down. It should make closer to about 850, 880-ish area. So hopefully with the same tuning platform, at least we know have 28 something degrees of timing that we can throw at it if we need to. So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
It should be fun.
We're gonna get some reaction videos of me riding this fucking thing. 'Cause I've only ridden in one fast car my entire life, and it was a GTR.
Yeah, so in this current setup, before we had the two-step issue, it ran 1121 and 121 miles an hour. So, and it had a 148 50 foot, somewhere in there. So it launches like a 10-second car, it just doesn't have the top end for the 10-second car yet. So we'll get there.
It needs less torque, more horsepower.
No, just more torque and more horsepower. That's all.
More horsepower?
More horsepower.
All right.
Say torque
More
horsepower.
Torque horsepower. More horse puppies.
Exactly. So, yep. So we'll get there eventually. We just got to get some more data tunes on it, and then I want to try to get several tune profiles on it for like day-to-day operations. So we go to the pump. Once I switch it over to fully 85, I can have like an 85% tune, a 90% tune, a 95% tune. So I don't have to tune as much on the tables each time I go to fill up. I can kind of see what the blend ratio is, and then I can do slight changes to the tables, add timing, take out timing where it needs to, and then kind of go from there. So hopefully she can go full corn and actually start smelling sweet instead of just the alcohol side that we smell right now. So, but yeah, we'll go from there.
Definitely smells like alcohol.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's bad though, because to me, alcohol and electrical smells very close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very hard to, like, if you have an electrical issue, you can't really like tell if it actually is unless you don't have the alcohol in the car. So, but
Or you see smoke.
Or yeah, I mean, smoke's never good. That's way too late.
I've seen smoke on that a couple times.
Yeah, definitely way too late on that portion. So.
Yeah.
But luckily we got everything done. Fuses did exactly what they needed to do. Definitely had a few people help me out with just wire diagramming and continuity tests, especially with these newer cars. Did you know the radio's fuse is actually in the trunk? And in the ECM fuse box? There's 3 points of fuses for a radio. It's crazy. Didn't even know that. Apparently, if I unplug this passenger seat, it will also turn the radio off because it's part of the same loop. Ridiculous. But the more you know. So, but, oh well. Alright, you ready to climb under this thing?
No, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Alright.
I don't want to get under it, but yeah, I'm gonna get under it.
Alright, let's go and do this.
Yep.
What am I saying?
Alright, well, we're under the car.
Yep.
We had success.
Yep, we pulled both the brake lines out finally.
After what, 30 minutes of beating
Probably.
with a hammer?
So this is the Y bracket for left and right e-brake. The little ball at the end we showed in the last video slides through this hole, but it was so corroded on each side of the plate that I ended up using an old school trick. Sorry for hitting the camera. Used an old school trick. Instead of using a punch, I grabbed something. This 3/8 actually was perfect size. It fit over the bezel, so I can actually hit the brace around the bonnet instead of the bonnet itself. So it actually broke loose the bracket that was around it than the actual e-brake line. I did it on both sides. It was actually hard seized on the other side for being full circle, so they had most contact on that side. But after a little pried away and wishing a thumb away. Got it broke loose. Now we can start putting the new ones in. So the other one should go in fairly fine. We're going to put a little bit of anti-seize just on the inside of the bracket itself, just so it has playability and movement, whatnot. Might be able to throw a little bit into the white bracket itself, just so it keeps a little bit of longevity, since we're seeing a little bit of rusting action. This will at least, you know, veer away water and all that good stuff, whatever, to keep it a little bit more viable. It may not be a long time, but at least it's some time for being underneath the car. I'm sure the drive shaft will sling something, whatever, up and underneath it. But as long as we're not too generous about it, we should be okay. So, other than that, we should be good to go. Just put, you know, a couple bolts back in, slide them into the brake system again. We should be good. So, yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yep. No problem.
I've fought with this car for so many times on so many things.
Yep.
And it has yet to stop. We're still fighting it on everything that we try to do.
Yeah, we just had to use some old school tactics on it to get it out. So
Yeah, that's a 20-year-old car. It likes old school.
right. Yeah. So
Pretty crazy how I can almost get, what are those plates? The specialty plates.
oh, vanity plates.
Yeah, almost can get vanity plates for this damn thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alrighty, we're gonna work on getting some rust off of that, and
we'll
we'll
prep the other ones, and then we'll get back down here and put it in.
absolutely.
Yep.
Success.
You did it!
The brake lines.
Yay!
Get out of here, you junk.
Actually, since you moved that, I'm actually...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get quite as dirty on my car as I did yours.
Sorry.
It's a little.
Well, you worked on the inside of your car. We worked under mine. Are these labeled left and right?
It should be.
Where would it be at? Wasn't it on this part?
Probably over left on right side.
No, Chris, shut up.
Do a reverse e-brake.
Well, I don't see anything that
It
says.
might be the same. We'll have to line them up with the old ones to see if there's any length difference, and then
What
go
does
from there.
the sticker on that one say anything? Like on the outside of the bag?
No, it's just a basic part number.
Oh, of course it is.
Yep. So there's probably a little bit of a length difference, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's probably actually bracket orientation more than anything.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the bracket orientation and kind of go from there. Yeah, I can already see it already.
Mm-hmm.
So just left and right side for bracket orientation.
Yep. I almost didn't think I was recording. I had to double check. That'd been my
Yeah,
luck.
this is what was corroded on all four sides. So grabbing the 3/8. I'm gonna climb all the way down there, but yeah, I put the 3/8 basically over this, creating like a little washer, kind of like seals, bearings, all that good stuff, doing like press work, whatnot. It was just basically doing the same thing to get it pushed out for like old wheel bearings and stuff like that. So
Hell yeah,
Little
dude.
unique tricks. So
Yeah. Hey, I've exhausted all the ones I had, so I was like, your turn. I tried everything I could think of.
right. Yeah. So just doing a little bit.
The next step I had was I was just gonna cut the whole thing out and go hydro.
I mean, we were going to cut it all out until I thought about doing that. So that was
Yeah.
like my last like engagement.
As much as I didn't want to buy a hydro e-brake, I was getting to the point where I was just gonna go full hydro, put a
Right.
dual caliper setup on the rear.
It's already out. May as well just do it now. Send that stuff back.
No, I'm just gonna get the factory e-brake to work for now.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a lot better. I mean, it's real easy just for hand play, so it should be really nice on the track.
Yeah.
Especially with a little bit of that freaking anti-seize on the Y bracket, it should be real smooth.
Well, as long as the brake shoes will stop my car, stop the rears.
Yeah, that is something.
I do have new
Ones
ones.
are good.
I have new ones.
Do you?
I have new shoes. I don't have new springs and shit, but I got new shoes.
Look like Crocs to me. Hopefully you got some new ones. Those are dirty as hell.
I meant brake shoes.
Those look like a
But I don't
nightmare.
think those need replaced. Those don't look that bad.
Well, those look like a nightmare. So
Yeah, those need replaced. Those are rough.
it was nightmare before Christmas is when you bought those, right?
Yeah. I think I had them for a year. What do you think, Chris? Do you think these need replaced? You think they're still thick enough?
I mean, they're thick enough, but I
Still
mean,
enough
they could
pad
be
on 'em?
thick and not do anything either. I don't see a whole lot of contact though on
Yeah.
the pads themselves.
So they probably need to be adjusted more than anything.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've tried adjusting it and everything, and it wouldn't work. I tried adjusting at the handle. I tried adjusting here.
If you're going full on, well, that shouldn't happen in the first place.
Well, I don't have any. I don't have any springs on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I have this top spring and the bottom spring
So,
off.
I mean, if you're going to be very abusive on it, I wouldn't trust old brakes. I would change them out anyway, just so we have fresh contact. You know, it's not, you know, possibly dry cracking, because it's going to cause a lot of heat in this vicinity anyway. That could cause e-brake failure right from the get-go. So.
I have new shoes. The rear rotors aren't old.
Yeah, as I say, I would just do that, and then later on down the road have a separate caliper system so you can actually...
Oh, I'm going to do a dual caliber at some point, but I wanted to try it with the stock handbrake. Everybody says try it with the stock handbrake first.
I mean, honestly, like how drum brakes work, whatever, it's supposed to be for the most efficient way of actually doing brakes. That's why they used them for a very, very long time before switching over to disc brakes for faster stopping. It has to do with the rotational pull that's on the rotor itself. The springs actually allow it to come out faster than they go in, so you can actually have more of an instantaneous brake pressure on that point. But
well, the only difference between this and a hydro is a hydro you can left foot brake while using it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
This you can't. Like you can't push the brake pedal and use this at the same time.
Yeah. So I mean, you have a little bit slower lockup on a drum brake style versus like, you know, a disc,
a dual caliper
or whatever type setup. But I mean, theoretically, it should work. It actually should be a little bit smoother between your braking points too. It should be a little bit slower going in, a little bit slower going out.
Well, a lot of people use like Chelsea DeNofa.
Yeah.
He advocates for stock handbrake. He's like, if you're not competing in pro, don't get a hydro.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time you're going to be full wide open and being able to control it anyway.
The only thing the e-brake's there for is to save you.
Right.
If you're going a little offline, it'll help you widen
Unless
it.
You're going full on, like 45, 40 degrees, whatever, to the side, whatever, you know, it's,
This is
I feel like, you know, handbrakes are more for the snapping effect than it is the transitioning effect, whatever. If you're not making 1100 horsepower pro level.
E-brake's basically for
Yeah.
entering, and if you start getting a little offline, you can use it to push yourself out further, but that's about it.
Just small corrections. I mean, drum brakes will be fine for that. So, yeah.
The main thing was to keep this car as stock as I can.
Yeah.
For drifting, I want to learn as stock as I can, get really good at the car, and when my driving ability outdoes the car, I have boxes up there, and I will upgrade.
Yep.
Once I start running out of the angle and I need more, I'll add more.
Yep, that just comes from comfortability too.
Yeah. Well, I just want to work my way up instead of just going full bore.
Right. I mean, you're less risk of taking it to the wall too.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
The less parts I put on this, the less I got to worry about shit breaking.
Well, it is an Infinity, so it's just gonna break.
Ha! Very funny. All right, we're done. We're gonna do some
We'll
stuff.
Put the other side in, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yep.
And we're back, and we got, as you've seen, we got them out. I got the new ones put in.
Yep.
We got the e-brake put back together.
Yep.
And
Spring on the other side was kicking our butts.
Yeah.
Well, James's mainly.
the spring on, for some reason the spring on the other side was not going on like the springs on this side. It was kicking my ass.
It's alright. Part of the problem was one of the springs was like in an L shape instead of an actual hook, so we had to like bend the hook, which made it harder type of thing. But
I don't have new springs or anything. I thought I had new shoes, but apparently I don't. I'm missing one.
Yep.
So we're gonna finish everything else tomorrow.
Yeah.
I will put the exhaust completely back on, put the rotor back on. I'll probably put lug nuts on the rotor, start it, run it.
Make sure it actually stops.
Make sure it actually stops before I put the wheel on. And we'll probably film that, because that's something it's easy to film outside the car.
Right.
But if you're doing e-brake cables on an Infiniti or 350Z, hope this helps.
Yep.
And we'll finish it up
There's
tomorrow.
not a whole lot of under chassis footage, whatever. But if you need specifics, whatever, we can definitely look underneath and be like, hey, it's it's a very, very straightforward process, the A to B. It's just the problems we showed earlier type deal is really all that we had for it, just because of the age. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're doing an Infiniti in Illinois area or anywhere where you get snow, and it's like an 04 or something, I feel bad for you. I feel your pain. Been there. We're just
Doing it currently.
dealing with it. Yeah, currently doing it. Find a Texas car. If you're gonna find an Infiniti, find a Texas car, not a
or
Chicago.
Some below the salt line.
Yeah, something below the salt line.
Yeah, Florida or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like where I found this one.
Yeah. Or well, I'm not gonna show it because the sun's gonna go out. But that's where the Honda's is from. The Honda's from Texas.
Yep.
This is the only one. This is the only Illinois car I've ever bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Durango was an Illinois car, but yeah. But
'Cause
that's my winter beater anyway.
The
So.
the black Infiniti was from Indiana.
Indiana.
I don't know. It's from somewhere. Hella Ford got it in on a truck, and I noticed it.
Mickeyanapolis, Indiana.
I happened to be there looking at a Mustang, and it was being unloaded on the trailer, and I was like, "What are you doing with that one?"
Well, I don't want that one.
I want that one. They're like, "We haven't inspected it." I was like, "Don't inspect it.
Yeah.
I want to test drive that one."
Drop by. Yep.
Yep.
Price.
Yep. That's why I got it for 8 and not 14.
Yeah. See, there you go. They made a little money. Made a little money.
Pretty much.
Yep. Pretty much.
So it works. I didn't make any money on this or lose any money on this.
Yeah. It's a toy though. It's meant
It
to
is
be
a toy.
beaten up and all the good stuff. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. But,
Yep.
yep. And then tomorrow I'll get my registration, my OBD2 port for this car, so I can do some dialogues on it to make sure everything's running good and stuff. I mean, all the AFR readings look good and stuff too. I just want to make sure tables are still fine because it's colder than when it was put away. It was like freaking 85, 90 something degrees when it was put away. So just got to do a couple of map tuning changes to it, but we should be fine.
And we can take this for a ride, and I can take that for a ride and see if the e-brake works. I'm just gonna go down the street at like 20 and pull it, see what happens.
Yeah, see if it at least stops it. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as the actual wheels lock up under some load.
Yep. Pretty much.
I just gotta remember to push in the clutch.
Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest problem.
Yeah, remembering when you e-brake, you have to clutch.
Yep.
For so long, I didn't know you had to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the engine speed kind of goes with your tire speed. So.
Yeah. For so long, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But we'll get it figured out. Until tomorrow,
Yep.
we'll be back
Yep.
in the next clip.
And it's tomorrow already.